You're watching Esports Center post-match recap. We're finally in Elimination Week, and we've got lots of intense matches happening. We have legends rising to the top, and we have tons of teams that are falling off by the day. SUNY's very own shoutcasters, Justin Brooks and Alec Knowles, walk us through the first day of Elimination Week.
Big moments of the day? Man, I got a great big moment for you, my guy. SUNY Canton's Amarantha, the big story that I personally have been following throughout the entirety of this tournament. She continues to go undefeated tonight. She pulled out her best two characters, Toon Link and Pokemon Trainer, and just absolutely annihilated Jamestown Community College. Purchase's own Petrikov, by the way, showed up tonight and had a great 3-0 showing as well on his signature character, Diddy Kong. So I think Amarantha is going to have a big run for her money. But in the post-game interview that I had with Petrikov, he did say that Toon Link, one of Amarantha's best characters, is on like his no-no list, like is on the ban list. Like he doesn't want to play against that. So that's definitely going to be a really interesting match when that pops up this week.
I'm glad to see that she's becoming more consistent as a player, especially through this tournament. One of the things I want to talk about is the close match between Binghamton and Cortland, SUNY Cortland. It was a 2-2 set, and then Binghamton took it away. Like they took game 5. They got the download in, and they were totally ready. And I think that that's kind of the mentality they need moving forward. As I know in pools they weren't performing too hot, but they definitely were winning their matches when they needed to.
It's really cool to see in an elimination bracket just how impactful and how much these players shine when they're in their matches, when they are in a do or die situation. Despite all of these matches being 3-0s tonight, it really shows the character development and like the building blocks to becoming a better player through the SUNY Chancellor's Esports Challenge tournament. And I'm definitely excited to see the quarterfinals and like the grand finals matches, the semifinals, segue into the end of this tournament, because we see players like Amarantha and we see players like Mikey, another player that I did not mention, who also had a dominant showing on his Rob. It's going to get really dramatic and it's going to get really suspenseful in these next couple of matches. It's definitely not going to be a 3-0 situation.
Yeah, and then those hero moments that come out in those, time of dying, it's like that last minute possible. Stains of Pain, man. I watched him style on people over and over and over through the stream replays, man. And I cannot get enough of how many times he gets those mid-air boosts and those follow-ups all by himself, or when Nacho sets it up on the top of the goal and he just gets those follow-ups, and they're so clean and they're so fast too. He just knows instinctually, and it's so amazing to watch. One of the other Smash players I think people aren't talking about enough of is Curls. He's a player from SUNY Potsdam. He's a player in the North Country region, and he's doing spectacularly right now. He finished the day 3-0 in his pool. He ended up beating the A-team starter from SUNY Canton, TBD, Nathan LaFerry, doing it. He was doing spectacularly, but Curls ended up beating him, and then today he ended up beating his current opponent. I didn't catch who he was playing against, but seeing him come out 3-0, he's going to have a high seed. So it'll be interesting to see if Amarantha is able to meet Curls in bracket. If that's the case, I think he's definitely a player that we should all be looking out for.
Yeah, Curl. I've seen Curls play. He's a monster. So I'd love to see if Curls and Amarantha meet up in the bracket. I'm going to give my player highlight tonight to Mikey, and here's why. Despite Amarantha being undefeated, and despite Petrikov with an outstanding performance, to me, Mikey appeared to be the most composed out of all of them tonight. When he was in a high pressure situation tonight, he didn't let that get to him, right? When he was dominating, he wasn't trying to make fancy plays happen. When he was behind, he was composed. He was focused the entire way through, and his play was clean in all 3 matches. So I'm going to give my highlight of the evening tonight to Mikey.
Nice. Yeah, see, I'm a bit impartial because I love everyone. I love watching every player grow. And when I think of teams, I can't think of I can't think of star quarterback, right? Because that just doesn't work for me. That doesn't fly with me. I can't look at the star player. I look at the team as a whole. And I got to say, when I watched Binghamton pull through against the entirety of Cortland. I couldn't believe my eyes when they finally got the download in that 2-2 set, and they finally pulled ahead, and my mind was blown. And I think that that's definitely the highlight players. They came together. They got the Great Wall of China up. They had the defense there, and then and then they finally went for some style points, and they started playing car basketball and not car soccer. They started slam dunking all over them. So it was definitely the sight to behold. So.
I'm Erica Bagby, and that was your post-match recap. Be sure to keep tuning in as we approach day 2 of Elimination Week.